Alright. Well, this is the first stream of my, I guess, Gems of War gameplay. I'll be here to answer questions, show off some teams. There's also, I'm sure a lot of people are interested in seeing how the console version's AI works. There's one more challenge to complete. Today's tasks were quite annoying. Usually you can group them together and do more than one at a time, but that never really happened today or even yesterday. That was a really bad move on my part, but when you're doing challenges, you don't really have to worry. Especially when everything has, what, 24 combined armor and life? Wonder if the comments and stuff will be popping up on the side. I love doing shit like that. Well, I guess I should be keeping my mouth clean. I want to represent the game properly. The basic concept of this team is just I get stuck with humans. The 19-1 will wipe almost anybody out with just skulls, but for the most part, 2 Elanta casts finishes it off quite nicely. This is not what you people came to watch, so I'm trying to get rid of this as quickly as possible. Then again, the numbers on the left, over on the right side of my screen, do not show that anybody's on, but then again, I do not know who is actually listening to me at the moment, or if anybody really is at that. I hope people are, and I hope if they do have any questions or comments, that I'll be able to see them and reply to them as quick as possible. Also apologize to anybody who was expecting to see my beautiful face and never invested into a webcam. If anybody's been following the forums, they can see that I've never done anything like this before. So if it gets big enough or popular enough, which I don't really fully expect, it's not like this is an exercise in to see if I can become an internet star or anything. I do see somebody pop on, so whoever's watching me right now would pop a quick little just say anything, see if I can actually see it. I want to make sure I'm actually visible and seeing what's on. Get rid of these damn keys. Anybody who tunes in on a regular basis, I'm going to try and keep this to as a weekly thing. I might do more than one stream a week, and if I do, I will be keeping probably this time slot as like a usual kind of thing, 7 o'clock Central on Thursdays. That's North American time. We've got a big defense in here. Got a double maw with hunger. Usually with maws, you go goblins or your own maw team if you feel like it. Maw tends to crash my game about 3 out of 5 matches almost. And that doesn't matter if it's me or if it's the computer. Uh, with all the weird little glitches it's been doing on the console, it tends to just basically overload the game, I guess. It's kind of strange. Did not look forward to mod coming into our game just from hearing it all on the forums from the people on the PC version. But I for sure did not. Oh, this is gonna go badly. He's gonna get another. Yeah. Wonderful glitch, eh? Beautiful. I did not turn my phone off. Well, I have pretty much accepted the fact that this is not going to go my way this match. Wonderful on the console. We have one of the mod glitches where you can basically field 4 teams and or 4 mods, and they will all have their own single cast. Wait for this thing to eat. Expected to eat Boar Rider. I hope the computer mercy kills me quite quickly. If I spot another mod team, I will be jumping right onto my mod team, unfortunately. Thank you. That was quick and easy. And thank you. Usually I back out of these matches. Because once stuff happens, you can pretty much tell you're going to lose. There's really no point in continuing. But in the interest, what's with everybody with the big money today?
Hello?
Not a particularly good team, but that is fine. I will showcase my original blue a lot today. I talk about it almost non-stop on the forums. It seems to be quite popular with a lot of people. And people who haven't actually gotten into it yet. I love the drops on the... Simple basic concept with this is basically fill Valkyrie as much as possible. Try not to give the enemy team anything to work with. So the computer will handle that for you. Should one hit Karnax? Fortunately not, but that's why you have Behemoth. Man, skull drop after skull drop. If that was there before, I deserve... Well, there you go. You have a wonderful AI on the console version. Now I am wondering, have anybody said anything and it's not popping through? I'd like to answer any questions. Damn, nothing to do with blue. Maybe I should just do some damage. Unfortunately not. Were you gonna eat reds? Go right ahead.
What's that mean?
Again, I don't have a camera. I've never streamed, so this is completely new to me. Look at that, I even wrote an open line and I didn't even use it.
It's okay.
But now that I actually have some viewers on it, I would like to welcome you to my first ever stream.
Do you know what that means?
Don't have to worry. So it does pop up on the right. I got a Tally Ho. Fortunately, I have a Mike West. What's your foreign name, Mike? Somebody pointed out in the forum before, as long as you get Shadowhunter to go off at least once, this team tends to get through pretty easily. Between Druid's got an incredible amount of life. He's very hardy. When I built this team, I pretty much didn't know how to play this game, and it was just kind of guessing. I threw it together. Then the traits ended up coming through, and for some reason it was
Awesome.
yeah. They all work synergy. We have 3 water links on this team, so you don't need to waste a banner spot for blues. That's always nice. Just let it run its course. Druid's gonna finish this guy off. With original blue, you'll tend to end up with this. Shadowhunter dead, but everybody else pretty much can handle it. I've done dozens of matches with... Oh, there you go. I think I just got the last arcane stone I needed to get my last kingdom to 3 stars. Yep, Stan confirming that I can see and hear. That's good. We have a Josh. That double mod team was sick. Yeah, very very disappointing. Why can't I trait you? Because I need minor greens. Yeah, I usually dodge those too, Stan. Just unfortunately, with 1500, it would have been probably about 4,000 on a win, so that's good. You can barely hear. Anybody else is having any kind of volume issue? Let's see here. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's see here. I am going to try and increase my volume.
Can you do it on this? I can try a couple
Not through
mouse
here.
it so it's close to your mouth.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll just talk louder. I'll just talk louder. Okay, everybody else can hear. So yeah, I tried a 3 mile plus Versi, all traded, got 2 before the third went off. Yeah, this Ma is unfortunately too bugged. It's pretty much an avoid for me at all times. I do like how, even though we don't have up on the bar at the top here, we do get our rewards every 5 and 15 fights. I went through a 2-month period where I basically, what's with this guy? 3 night coronets, eh? So I'll just do original blue. They tend to hold the board well. They're all magic damage. None of them are too strong. Could have went with my double bat true damage team. I'll show that too. What am I doing? Just not thinking. I got advice to make sure I know how to play while I'm talking, so I'm probably going to make some funny moves. Feel free to laugh. This has been happening a lot the last few days where I'll have Valkyrie charged and the computer will not let me have my turn back until there's nothing to do with the transforming. Unless I wanted a bunch of 3 matches. Everybody's got enough armor, so let's strip them down. makes Shadowhunter much. There we go. There's an agile. Makes Shadowhunter much more likely to kill. Let him off again, and he will definitely take out another person. Don't have to worry about a skull hit. Mike is Demon. Alright, Angel. Hi. Hey, Demon. Thank you for tuning in. You know what? I have to be guilty enough to say that I have not even really tried watching other people's streams. So if I'm not doing a great job at this, I apologize. I will get better over time, I assume. Right on. Now it's just cleanup, so you just let the computer take every skull. My druid does 19 base damage. Sometimes his bless hits your magic, so he's doing 21. So if you got one guy left and he's got about 40 combined life and armor, druid, great for cleaning up the last troop. More melee. That's probably a defense. Nope. Yes, I am a member of Santa's Big Gifts. I'm sure he's pissed a lot of people off. Kind of stuck in a bind with that. I'm to the point now, and this is not me bragging, where I've hit the soul wall. So as you can see, I do not need souls for anything other than what I level and new troops. I have 9 troops that are not mythic. So really, why am I staying in a guild that gives me lots of resources when I really don't need it? Yeah, it's kind of bulky. I didn't even know this was a PC game. I honestly just popped up on. I download every free thing that PlayStation Store offers me. So I have a big library of games that I haven't even touched. My wife got into this game. She's always played. Oh, easy win here. She's always played 3-match games, and I'm more into the strategy. I play a lot of Command and Conquer growing up, and then I saw a team build. I used to have too many resources. Yeah, I did not mean to make it sound like I was bragging. I do not need to do that really. But unfortunately, that was the nature of the beast. Just let this clean up. I love the double tap troops. If anybody remembers Mr. Strange not knowing that Druid will target 2 different people if there's more than 2 troops out there. That was interesting. Problem with that, see, it's a small problem with the console. On the forums, we have the 2 main developers. Nex does not seem to play the game at all. I've asked him questions and he just doesn't respond. And Mr. Strange plays the PC version, which is very odd. I do not like it when developers or people who speak with the community don't play their own game. Here's Super Mario with an unsuper team. Alright. Feaster fired. Sure, everybody knows this basic 2 damage team. Stan, your wife got into the game first. Yeah, I just walked by one day and noticed it, watched her play a little bit, and then a couple days later she came to me and said she had trouble building a team. So I sat down for about 20 minutes and I was just flicking through things and built a team. I completely forget what it was. It was pretty standard. It was like, and we're level 20. So it's like, oh, well, you got Goblin, you got Boar Rider. At the time, you're like, oh, extra turns, and did not realize how strong the extra turns were at the end of it all. I don't know if you guys see this a lot on PC. Supposed to be a while back when we got the difficulties on console, they weren't working properly. They weren't rewarding properly. So their solution was to just remove it. And now even on normal difficulty, there's no combo breaker. And it can be frustrating at times, but you gotta work with what you work. Does not want to give me anything to charge up Valkyrie, eh? Hope for a boost. Nope. Every time I need a surge. And look, dropped a 4. Hopefully, people who tune in will see that my frustration that I usually vent on the forum. You go through about an hour, about a dozen of these matches where just everything goes against you, and it really does feel like the game is against you. And it's just me being childish, complaining, entitled to my 95% win ratio. I'm not too worried about this team. And now that I said it, it's probably going to come and bite me. I need a proper blue transform. Or I can just skull him to death with one of the weakest characters in the game. Yeah, just as I complained, there comes the drops. Yep. It's almost like the system knows. I love it. I finally cracked a lot of the problem with this, and seems like they want to, quote, fix the AI, which will make it a lot like the PC version. And from what I can basically tell, that is very predictable. I don't mind the unpredictability of this AI. It does make it interesting. There's been times where I've been bored out of my face and have not played this game for a couple of days other than the login. Arista May. I swear, half the time the AI is against me. Yeah, the console AI definitely feels like it plays against you. And when you hear the PC people play or talk about their AI, it's very much just a robot. You know, it's just cleanup time. Goodbye, soothsayer. Don't matter. I also understand that you guys do not, PC people do not get mana surges on their 4 matches. They occasionally get them on 3, nothing on 4. So I don't know why. Oh yeah, I'm to the point where I'm opening gem chests now just to basically accumulate runics and the odd card that I guess I'm missing. Alright, Stan, thank you for tuning in. Alright. I wonder what the pure motivation for most of you to come on to this. Me, myself, I don't watch streams. I've never really kind of got the concept of why people watch streams. It sounds funny, you know, as I'm streaming. But, hey, to each their own. I have seen a stream before. It was some Korean stream of a StarCraft tournament where these guys make like 20 to 30 moves per second. Like that's literally how they are rated, is by how many actions they can do in a second or in a minute. It's Let's see. Somebody's trying to see. Just throw a maw in, and people will avoid you. You should always check them. On the console before the last update, you could not rely on. They wouldn't tell you if they were traded or not. Tacit led people here, eh? Well, then I should definitely give a shout out to Tacit, his channel Tacit the Terror. He makes excellent videos. They are geared towards the PC version, so I do watch those. Watching to see some cool teams, eh? Well, then I should change up my variety a little bit. Whenever I see a silent one, I usually go to original blue. You got Behemoth's Impervious. So if they shut down the rest of my team, I'm usually pretty good with just Behemoth running the show for a couple turns. Status effects don't tend to be that scary, so I don't really run anything with cleanse for the sole purpose of cleansing. Oh, I'm like, why didn't Panther charge? He's got his third trait. So I'm gonna have to bust everybody down slowly. And Panther's just a meat shield at this point. Missed that red 4, unfortunately. Just made it anyway. At this point, you just kind of wish that skulls line up for them. And then they will continually just avoid casting anything just for the skulls. And if anybody has actually heard, the AI here is very strange. You will not see certain skulls, or you will not see anything like your version. You'll see the computer like give up. I can probably line up skulls right now, and because the silent one is one hit away, and the game tends to measure it by how much attack your top troop has. If it figures it's gonna die, it will just, the top troop of theirs will die. They will just leave it and let you finish it off. Last 3 days, I have not seen a troop with Demonic Pact not cast his friend. Okay, there we got some skulls, so I'm going to be able to avoid getting eaten right away. Crikey, what do I need to do here? Clear out gems. Make sure they still have skulls. Hope for something that can line up a 4. Give these guys skulls. Hit Behemoth. Thank you. Do a patch. I'm going to assume it's going to be a tougher match than it really needed to be. Of course. I really needed that to hit. Or to fill. Great start to this. Showing you guys how to lose. There we go, skulls. You won't kill them. But I have nothing charged. Damn it. That's just desperation. Do not eat something important. Alright, eat my 2 health thing. Great. It's about as lucky as you can get. Right. Unfortunately, Behemoth was a guaranteed kill on Ma. So I need some incredible luck to pull this out. Well, not incredibly, actually. There we go. I'm no longer afraid of that. Of course, it just went off, didn't it? I did cheer the fact that it ate pretty much the worst possible troop it could have. Alright. Now Druid will kill 2 of them. those two. Let's see, 18, 18. Alright, so blues and greens unless there's a skull. And for the people who want to see some interesting teams, I will definitely be looking for somebody to fight. I can use more of a niche or cliche team. This thing's just gonna keep pounding me. Come on. It's just nothing to be played with here. Laugh at this team and it's gonna borderline take me out. Just trying to get some blues and greens. I deserve that. Still leveled up, right? That's awesome. Today's not been a good day. I have two young children at home. My little guy, he's decided he was gonna basically be screaming all day. Guess he's going through a teething phase. My head's splitting, so I will be probably only doing another half hour. So keep it about an hour long. I'm a little surprised that I don't see more people asking questions or. I assume that's basically what was going to do. So this is a team that I was running for the longest time before Celestia, and I had Shegra at the bottom. They didn't let us refund them. Right now we have nothing that goes with Shegra. We don't have Infernal King, we don't have Hellcat. Nothing really that creates red gems. So he plays decently well. He did, or she did, I guess. I don't know why I called the dragons a she. You know, Celestia is definitely a she. This team is double brown banner. You're just trying to get Gorgatha going. Gorgatha will fill everybody. Probably one of the best mana generators, or I guess fillers in the game. Doesn't generate anything. Jarl went in there. It's just my basic concept of having. I like to stack up on colors, but make sure the off color is a little different. Then you double up on the banner, or you have a transformer with that color. It seems like you're half mana blocking people, but if you play it right and carefully, you should get through a lot of things pretty easily. I love that 4 skull drop, and they did not take it. I will gladly chain that into my shield. That's why Celestia is at the top. Between Bone Dragon and Jarl, you usually hit your 4 or 5 matches. Though if Bone Dragon gets a cluster, it will break the shield and still hit Celestia. Gotta love that. On the console version, 5 matches will always mana surge. Always. So you are guaranteed 10 mana, plus any banners or any other bonuses you may have. And then it will still surge, I guess. And I should not be casting Jarl at this point. Though I might have to. No. Should have took that yellow, actually. The computer decided to do it. Thank you. Take that skulls, yeah. Got enough purple on the board. But it'll pick black. Thank you. At least Gorgatha is filled. Didn't touch the purple. So, gives the game that purple. Celestia is just really a meat shield in this team. Does not serve much of any other purpose other than just keeping the bottom three alive. I got granite skin, so I will leave skulls for the computer at pretty much every opportunity. Get rid of this bone dragon. Annoying the living hell out of me. This team is for the most part retired. Once Shegra lost Shegra, it kind of lost its luster. Very disappointing. Wish we'd been able to get that refund. Jarl would have his ability. Everything would be burnt by now. Computer may look like it has me on the ropes here. But as you know, with Bone Dragon, especially when they fail, there you go. Now this should be a guaranteed. That's right. And we'll run through their team as quickly as possible. Just keep taking those skulls, computer. I love how the AI does not recognize anything to do with your team. Does not recognize frozen, does not recognize the fact that you have stone skin or granite. It does recognize your mana though, and it will actively mana deny you. It does not matter what the developers say on that. I've had matches where the computer did nothing but make sure that I wasn't getting my matches. A good counter to a computer trying to mana deny you is use a team that uses the same colors as they do, especially if they have a generator. They fail on a generator, on a cast, you got your mana spread out all over the place. Normally this would not be advisable, except for the fact that they're one hit away, they're not going to kill me, no problem. It's just a bruising team. Before traits came along, yeah, I still ran this team. No defensive capabilities. Celeste did not have a shield. Gorgatha couldn't protect itself. So that's the only thing that makes that team playable nowadays, unfortunately. But as you can see, it's slow. You got 4 legendaries. Everything has 15 or higher mana. I don't know how you guys figure to pick your opponents. I usually do not attack anybody under 600 or 700 gold. We got a knight team here, so we need magic damage. I will show my goblin team. You can pretty much set up a goblin team with any 4 goblins, and it should work. I mean, it's a very straightforward concept. Soon, when we get our dual types, human got added to a lot of things. So goblin at the top will be more desirable. A lot more desirable. I'll just take a skull hit. There's 2 up there. If I do one, he's just going to do the second one. So, see, I gave nobody else mana, so I'll have to take the skull. Rocket's a good little tiny mana generator if you have somebody close to being full. That is pretty much why I choose them over Hobgoblin. I don't like Hobgoblin. It's like regular Goblin. Why did I do that? It's like regular Goblin, but its damage is split up, and you choose only half of it, and the other half goes right to a random opponent. I hate random with a passion. Alright. I need some immense luck today. What is with me? not picking good teams. This is what happens when you've been busy for the last week and a half, and you don't play every day except for doing your tasks, and you sit there and take on just cheap ass uh, great computer, great move. See, moves like that, you could make boneheaded moves all day long, and the computer will do them right back and put you right back in the match. Alright, let's see if I can get this combo chain going. Do I have a good road to take? No, I don't. Of course not. Okay, take out this thing. It's going to start flipping colors and giving everybody armor. We do not need that. I ended up taking that row out because I didn't see any greens. Gotta leave the greens up. I had shaman ready to go. Get some lucky drops here. There we go. And again, don't really have a row to take out. Well, I'll take out this row. I'll leave those skulls around. It's never a bad idea. Take out this other coronet. And now we just have Wolf Knight. So it's just cleanup duty from this point on. I will be switching up my team afterwards. Created a team yesterday that I've not tried out. I might as well give her a try today. It's a purple based generating team, but also revolves around skull damage. In theory, should be working fine, but you never know. And then you can't have bad matches warp your sense of perspective. You try out a new team, you have a couple bad matches early on, and then you ditch the team, and it could be a mistake. Or you just don't pick your opponent properly. It is essential to always basically have 5 to 6 invade teams. You want one that's at least based around skulls. Should always have a goblin team sitting around. It's not a good team to do a skull-based team against. Let's go back to original blue. It's a safety net. It very much is. I used it for most of my first 120 or so levels. And so I've grown very, very attached to it. No yellows or real reds. It's 3 water links. It's basically a free mana search every time you want. Let's get Valkyrie charged up. Look at that. It didn't take its 4. People who have watched bug videos that I've posted on the forums have been very surprised on how stupid the AI is on this. And I guess it is shocking when you're used to something that doesn't make mistakes. Everything's got high armor. Valkyrie has a little bit of mana. So we can get something. And then again, it misses another 4, but gets 1 on a drop. That's another thing that tends to make people believe the computer is playing against it. When you get the computer will do a seemingly stupid move, and it will work out for them 9 times out of 10. Something will drop from the sky and land exactly where it needs to be. Back to charging up Valkyrie. with the original blue, you do not necessarily need to be firing off all your guys before you let off Valkyrie again. Everybody has a specific role. While Shadowhunter's alive, you probably want to use him as much as possible. It will either outright kill, or severely weaken. I wonder how good this guy's corruption is. Not good enough to counter a behemoth. But I'll do a druid. So you can't counter that. Now at this point, Shadowhunter is just a meat shield. Just let him die. Get behemoth. Get people charged up with his random. Nothing's more satisfying than getting multiple maps from just using behemoth. It is a very safe team. Love it. That's why I recommend it. You don't necessarily need the traits. But I would recommend at least getting the water links. Behemoth is the only one that doesn't have a water link. Oh, an under-level team. This is where we're going to try out this new team. Everybody here should be fully traded out. I did some math yesterday. I have approximately 3/4 of the total traits. But that basically means is I don't have barely any epics and legendaries. It's so hard to get the arcanes. We don't have explore mode yet. This is why Shadow Dragon's in the front, though. The attack on the matching purple. It's a purple based team. Should be getting a lot of matches. Bone Dragon is always a great troop to put out against anytime you're facing a Rowan or a Paladin. You notice I usually put my generators into the third slot, which is, in this case, Giant Spider. Statistically quite safe. Nothing outright targets the third slot. And the computer does a bad job of choosing targets anyway. So this is basically the same concept as my original blue. The flag is, the banner is green-blue. It's all about Spider. Excellent. Couldn't ask for a better newest showing, but it eliminated Rowan as a threat. And if Shadow Dragon goes down, you can just let them freeze themselves on Bone Dragon all you want. There's a should have just charged up my spider. And then when you get a transformer going on console, the computer will target that color. It knows that I want to make purples. It will make purple matches, whether it needs purples or if it just bloody well feels like it. This team has potential. Here we go. See, if we had a Skeleros going from the beginning, then you let off a Bone Dragon, and you kind of hope you don't get a good match. Leave about 15 skulls on the board, then you let off a Skeleros. That was the concept behind building the team. Didn't know how it's going to be in practice. So I'm going to do a couple of matches with this team, basically regardless of who I'm facing, unless it's just Goler. I guess until we get the PvP, there's still a decent amount of people who run one-team defenses. Any of you PC players, how often, if at all anymore, do you see one or two troop defenses? I would imagine not, but from what I understand with the PvP system, you are not too concerned about losing on defense. Considering that you're probably going to lose 9 times out of 10 anyway, right? So some people just figure just let them have a free win. And I've never been about handouts. Isn't that always the case? One move away from charging a person you really, really want. I still don't have a green or a blue. Oh, no, I do. And there goes all my purples. No. Look at this. I'm even struggling. Oh, completely forgot I'm facing one troop. As you can tell, I've been up for about 18 hours at this point. After about 2 hours of sleep, I had to put in about 8 hours of intensive accounting. That's what I do in real life when I'm not trolling the boards or causing grief. Is sitting on a desk crunching numbers, day in and day out. I want some difficult teams here. I want to fight somebody who has actually kingdom levels, an ascension, a guy with a blocked out name, not particularly powerful. So I'm just going to be doing another match or two with this team, and call it for now. This is my first stream. So I hope everybody who's been on the forums leaves feedback, either in forums or on YouTube. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not very social media savvy. Hell, I don't even own a cell phone. The phone I do have is a work phone. Trying to do something a little bit different everybody at my age who with kids has been doing, and try not to raise my kids solely on TV, phone, YouTube, whatever. And this will be my last match for today. I think I will run another stream in a couple days, depending on feedback. I really wish I got more of a response and a direction to go in with these videos. I asked multiple times what would be a good things to kind of cover, because my experience in streaming is very little. With that, I pretty much got this match done, and the last person viewing is done. So nobody's on now. So with that little display, I will be signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Even if there's a little bit of demand for it, I will be back in a few days. I'm just cleaning up my stuff, and then hopefully I'll have a topic or something for people to really want to. Expected more Q&A, honestly, but it's not your guys' fault. You want to watch me play, use some teams you haven't seen before. Can't really judge. But thank you for tuning in, and have a good night, everybody.